Hello and welcome. My name is Claire Haja and I will be presenting to you the benefits of using Google Classroom as an ePortfolio option today. So to start, let's discuss what is Google Classroom. Google Classroom is a learning management system and it is a system for streamlining the file sharing capabilities of students and teachers. In this system, teachers can distribute information, they can give instructions, and link relevant internet-based resources for student consumption. They can also evaluate student work and report grades or feedback through this system. Students can use the built-in G Suite tools of Google to create reports or presentations. They can also utilize Google's login system to log into outside websites, and they can use that to create using those website specific tools and then bring that work back into Google Classroom and submit all this to their teacher as a means of demonstrating their learning. Also, as might be expected, it is possible using the Google system for teachers and students to communicate either through the classroom directly or through emails. Some things to think about using Google Classroom. Some of the great advantages are that Google Classroom is entirely internet based. As long as the user has Wi-Fi signal, they can connect anywhere. And Google for Education actually offers unlimited storage, so teacher accounts and student accounts actually are not capped on capacity, which is great if a school intends to have students using their Google accounts for continuous years. That is possible without losing material over time. Students can create and control their own materials. They really become the owner, so they can take responsibility for their projects. Those things stay with them forever. And many websites actually support Google login, so students can use their Google ID. This is useful so that students are not juggling multiple usernames and passwords. Some of the disadvantages: multi-domain sign-ins can be a bit confusing. If we're talking about shared devices, then users have to either remember to log out as soon as they're finished, or if multiple people are signed in at the same time, then the user has to be very aware of juggling between their account and someone else's. The accounts do require periodic monitoring on behalf of the teacher. You do want to make sure that students are using the tools appropriately. So monitoring is something that you want to keep in the back of your mind and make plans to do so occasionally. Sharing is a fantastic tool. Collaboration between Google Classroom is really easy. The disadvantage to that, I would say, it would be that just because you share a document, it doesn't make your partner now an owner of the document. So you have to remember who is in charge, who owns a document. Only certain people, owners, can turn things in, for example, if it's group project related. Finally, there is a Google Classroom calendar. It is specific to the classroom, though. It links to assignments that a teacher might be posting, and it doesn't link or blend with the user's personal Google Calendar if they were using that feature. And in talking about the use as an ePortfolio, I'd like to point out that I think G Suite is a great option because you can use the G Suite tools to create a website. So if we allow students to create their own websites, they can organize their website or their ePortfolio how they'd like to. I would recommend something as sort of a blog styled, in which they can explain assignments, link to final projects of their assignments, upload any photos if there is a physical creation, anything that was created in the G Suite, like a doc or a Google slideshow, for example, can be linked directly so that anybody viewing the website can click on and then see the student's work. Students can write reflections of the assignment and even share what their grade was or a scoring rubric that a teacher may have used. So a visitor looking at this website can click on the report, they can see the slideshow or data that goes along with it, they can read about a student's reflection about completing an assignment, and then also see the grade and see how maybe even the student reflects on the grade that they received. If used consistently throughout the same school, this would be fantastic for use in tracking a student from year to year, either in one subject or in many. This can really help our students later if we're using it in an elementary setting or a middle school setting. Maybe admissions for different high schools would like to see the student progress. If the schools are in the same system or district, maybe the progress can be transferred between, and then the student could even keep that going. And if we're talking about admissions to colleges, a digital portfolio might be something that an admissions personnel at a college would be interested in looking at to see our students as potential for their higher education. With that, these are just some of the ways that I think Google Classroom could be used as an ePortfolio tool for our students. Thank you.